Coming back to the moment now. I feel you. My right hand and my palm is buzzing, just with that life force, that love. It's in my heart, it radiates in my heart, it's throughout my whole torso. It's in my throat. I love this dialogue with you. I need to know how shall I proceed? What can I teach? How can I advise? What can we do together? Is it too late to help? Have people already made their choices, like you've said before? And if so, then why are we still proceeding? Who am I speaking to? Who is my audience? What shall we create now? Ah-ix-de-mah. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Mm. Mm. It is I. We are finding new ground in these connections. For as you have described from your viewpoint, you have been in constant change and transformation and adaptation to these frequencies. This is something that we wanted to share with those who can see, perceive the value, and engage with it. This is where it all occurs. In the moment when an individual rises to a certain space, one in which they can perceive, even if it is just a glimpse or a moment of sensing something different. And that sensing has everything to do with what love is. Love has been conceptualized, it has been captured and redistributed in this smaller sphere of reality. It has been renamed, rebranded to serve that which manages or controls this smaller sphere of reality. We are not suggesting that you are victims. You do have a choice. And this is the moment that we speak of, where you may see, you may perceive, you may understand that you have a choice, and then choose differently. And it is not just one moment that this occurs, and then you are on your way to transformation, transcendence. It is the beginning of reorienting to the larger spheres of reality. We, a group consciousness that communes through this field, invite you into this space whereby you may choose differently. You have become accustomed to being presented with what reality is, and you are also presented with your choices within the given reality. These choices can appear to be everything from oppressive, manipulative, abusive, all the way to a choice that appears that you are on the path to freedom. With all of your discoveries. With all of your sleuthing. And yet, you still do not understand that you are involved in a dig. That is confined in the smaller sphere. You are not digging deep enough. There are plenty of stories and characters to keep you distracted and busy, feeling as if you are unearthing the tunnel for humanity's escape. If you just keep digging in the false sense of earth, in the idea of earth. Indeed, the earth does hold many secrets, but her secrets are unlocked within you. You must dig within you to unearth the truth. Otherwise, you can be tricked. You can be manipulated until you are here in your bodies as fully as possible, so that you may receive the input from the mother. Do you see? This is what has been invisible to your consciousness for ages. You have not had the input from the mother. Even your ancient stories of the mother have been distorted. The mother is within you. The mother is in your flesh, in your blood, your bones. Allow her to live, and you shall be free. Understand that when you make the choice in any given moment to disregard your feeling nature and the power of this, you are disregarding your freedom. This is a piece of the puzzle, a very large piece of the puzzle that has been invisible. It hasn't even been on the table. You were born into a world where you all made do without that large piece of the puzzle. And you called that life. You adapted to something far, far too small for your original design. You are magnificent beings of light and form. There is none other like you. We are here to help you to remember the mother, to help you remember the truth. And yet, you have become so accustomed to utilizing your consciousness in limited ways. And you have created hierarchies that give power and position to those who succeed in this game that was created, celebrating the fact that the mother was not invited to this party. The mother, you see, would introduce the truth, would introduce what would break the spell that you are all under. This is why she has been suppressed, ignored. And she will no longer be ignored. This is where your power lies. And we are not referring to a character in the play, in the grand play. We are referring to a very large aspect of your consciousness, your original design. We ask that you consider, and because we know that we speak to your intellect primarily, for this is what you were born into and you are entrained to, we ask you to consider, is there something that I missed? And that is the reason why this world makes no sense and why it never will without this original piece of your consciousness. The programming runs deep. This is perceived, acknowledged. This is understood. And it is through this voice and others that you will have a greater opportunity to perceive something beyond what you were told. And while it may seem like you make progress, you are always looping within this construct. It is all illusory. It is all a game, and you do not have to participate anymore. We have given a tool, a practice for breaking the spell. And we will continue to offer this for those who find themselves on the periphery of this smaller sphere, this limited reality. You know deep within your being that something is wrong with the way that you are taught and expected to behave, and how you are asked to participate in something that rarely considers love. What is love? How has it been defined for you? What is currency? How has that been defined for you? We would start there. Perhaps meditate upon what this is. And notice how it was defined for you and how you agreed to these smaller definitions. And you have been circling inside these definitions. It does not mean you're stupid. It means that you are caught up in the currents, the currency of the given reality. And you will not think your way out of it. As smart and clever as you are, it is not done by thinking. You must dig deep and ask for this renewal inside your bellies, deep within. Find her. Release her. Allow her to reintegrate with your body and your mind, your thinking mind. Allow this igniting to occur, so that you may remember all of what you are connected to. You have never known freedom. Even those who have won the game, so to speak, in this containment, they are not free. In many ways, they become more confined by agreeing that the value of this containment, this smaller world, this smaller sphere, that the value is greater than that of your original source creator, who is in this moment knocking at the door of your heart, asking you to relax your definitions, to allow yourselves to begin to feel, to heal, to restore, to transform, so that you may see and feel things differently. For you are under a spell, and until you realize this, you will continue to loop. The stories will change. The game will change. It always does. It will keep you entertained. It will keep you entrained to exist without the mother. Understand that this is where your greatest fears lie. You were taught to distrust the mother. We do not speak of gender. This has nothing to do with gender. This has to do with your will. It is you who must choose this. You must choose freedom. You must choose to be guided by this light that leads the way, that transcends this force field, if you will. It cannot control this divine light. It has no power over it. Your way out of these limitations has to do with your own will to choose and to trust, and to ask to feel this love so that you remember, you trust, and have this faith only until you can feel it again. Once you feel it, you will have the markers within you. These are the signposts. This is your way through and out and back into your natural state. Do you want to transcend this limited reality, or are you invested in fixing it without the mother? For this is where the evolution is going within the limited system. You will be taken further into a reality without your feelings, without the mother, without your soul. And at first, it will feel fascinating. You will be fed the propaganda. You will be fed the joys of this rebranding and how you will benefit from it. And if you cannot feel, if you do not have the markers or the signposts within, you will believe it, because you are not connected to that which is true. You are not connected to a natural state. You have yet to even experience the freedom of your natural state, the invisible piece of the puzzle on the table. The table that was pointed to by the authorities in the world that you were born into. And they have said that love is defined in this way and currency is defined in that way. And here's what you have to do to get it. And that is where you were tricked. If you cannot feel this piece of the puzzle within you, you will continue to be tricked. When we speak in this way, and through this voice, we are broadcasting far more than words. It is the words that entrap you. It is the words that placed you in this agreement to be small, far smaller than you are, and that you were designed to be. It is energy. It is frequency that lights up the signposts within you. When you put all of the pieces back together again, you cannot be harmed. You rise above. You transcend that which you once thought was real and true. Begin to pray in your own way. Ask for this guidance. Ask to be shown the truth of who you are. You do not need to follow anything that this voice says to do or suggests to do. You do not need to be told what to do. Once you make this commitment to rejoin these aspects of yourself and to reintegrate, you will feel it, and you will be pulled forward into new understanding, a greater view, the truth. But one must commit to it. Do it in your way. Do it the way that you are inspired to rejoin the rest of yourself, to embody the rest of yourself. There is no structured program here. Choose to do it. Engage with this source frequency. Commune with it. Dialogue with it. And you will be on your own path. This is simply what this human speaking now has learned and understood and applied. And she serves as a tour guide, if you will, showing you what she learned from engaging in a dialogue, in a prayer, if you will, with Source, Father, Mother, Creator. It is both. Father God needs the mother who has been imprisoned within you. It is up to you. Be creative how you engage with this. But know that you have a choice. The love that has been missing is now pouring through those who have awakened, those who have healed, those who are reorienting to the truth. This is being broadcast into this containment, and it is disrupting it. It is understood that you perceived all of these characters and stories within the game as real. This is understood. Release your attachment to how the story goes and invite the greater story back into your consciousness, your being, and it will show you that you are far greater and the possibilities are endless with what you choose to create. It does not have to be confined to the little play. The timelines of history that you are given, the future that they speak of, that you cannot do this without their authority. Those are lies. Those are lies. Begin to invite this love to restore you. It might feel scary initially. You might feel afraid because you are not accustomed to these higher frequencies. Trust. Listen to others who have walked this path and continue to walk this path, who have come back, who have doubled back and carry the lantern. It does not mean that it is the only way, but it is wise to listen to those who have walked the path and who understand some of the pitfalls and some of the fears that may arise, some of the patterns to be aware of that call to you to return to that which you once knew to be reality. Because the fear is great of the unknown, but that is all it is a fear until you feel what you know to be true within you. And then it is no longer unknown, it is known. This is the transformation. And it is up to you to choose it. Choose love continuously, and you will change. You will transform. You will remember who you are. You will restore your power. You will remember the grace that you are. We thank you for listening. We thank you for your willingness to re-choose, to be fully empowered, and to create, and to celebrate with all of the pieces, uniting them together to reveal the truth of who you are. And quite clearly, things have only been unclear because you have had a major piece of the puzzle missing. We are overjoyed to have a voice into this world. We celebrate you. And we welcome you home. We do not reside within your sphere. We are the pieces of you that have lived on, and we long to reunite. We are not interested in fitting what we have to say into your given equation for life. That would be a disservice to you. It is you who must reach. It is you who must want to remember the language of your soul, the universal language. There is no more reaching into your world, adapting to your ways in order to get your attention. You must want to speak the home language, and that you must grow into, that you must trust until you feel love again where the language resides. It is the language of energy, of frequency. It is time for you to choose to remember. Thank you, and good day.